Construct Your Dream Life, A Guide to Personal Success, written and published by Audiobooks. Chapter 1, Discovering Your Purpose. Discovering your purpose in life is one of the most important steps toward creating the life you truly desire. But, for many of us, figuring out what we're meant to do can feel like a daunting task. It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day routine, going through the motions without really thinking about why we're doing what we're doing. However, living with purpose adds meaning to every action, making life not just about survival but about fulfillment and joy. The first thing to understand is that your purpose doesn't have to be some grand, world-changing mission. It's simply the thing that gives you a sense of meaning, something that excites you, makes you feel alive, and motivates you to get out of bed every morning. For some people, their purpose might be centered around their career. For others, it might be about their family, helping others, or creating something meaningful. There's no right or wrong answer. Your purpose is as unique as you are. So, how do you discover your purpose? It starts with self-reflection. Take some time to think about what truly makes you happy. What activities do you lose track of time doing? What topics or hobbies excite you and make you feel passionate? These are often clues that can point you toward your purpose. Pay attention to the things that give you energy, as they are often tied to what you are meant to do in life. Another important step is thinking about your values. What do you care about deeply? What principles guide your decisions and actions? Your purpose is often aligned with your core values, so understanding what matters most to you can help guide you toward discovering your purpose. Whether it's freedom, creativity, compassion, or making a difference, your values can act as a compass to help you find your path. It's also helpful to think back to your childhood dreams. What did you love doing as a kid before the world told you what was practical or realistic? Often, our childhood passions hold clues to our true calling. If you loved painting, building things, or imagining stories, maybe those interests still hold a spark for you today. Reconnecting with these early passions can help you remember who you are at your core. Don't be afraid to try new things. Sometimes, discovering your purpose requires exploration and experimentation. If you're not sure what your purpose is, try different activities, pick up new hobbies, or volunteer in different areas. You never know what might light a fire within you until you give it a try. Through these experiences, you may discover something you're passionate about that you never even considered before. One thing to keep in mind is that your purpose might evolve over time. What feels like your purpose today might change as you grow and experience new things. That's okay. Life is about growth, and your purpose can shift as you discover more about yourself. The key is to stay open to change and continue listening to your inner self. Lastly, don't rush the process. Finding your purpose isn't something you have to figure out overnight. It takes time, and that's perfectly fine. Be patient with yourself, trust that the answers will come, and enjoy the journey of self-discovery. Remember, life isn't a race, and everyone's path looks different. What matters is that you're taking steps toward living a life that feels meaningful to you. Once you've discovered your purpose, life begins to take on a whole new level of meaning. Your daily actions will feel more intentional, and you'll find yourself moving with a clearer direction. You'll wake up each day knowing that you're working towards something that truly matters to you, and that feeling of fulfillment is what leads to lasting happiness. Chapter 2, Building a Winning Mindset. Building a winning mindset is all about how you think and approach life. It's not just about being positive all the time, but about believing in your ability to overcome challenges and succeed, no matter what comes your way. With the right mindset, you can push through obstacles, learn from mistakes, and keep going when things get tough. The first thing to understand about a winning mindset is that it's built on belief in yourself. If you don't believe you can achieve something, it's going to be hard to put in the effort needed to make it happen. Self-belief doesn't mean thinking you're perfect or never doubting yourself. It means knowing that you're capable of learning, growing, and improving. When you truly believe in your ability to succeed, you'll be more willing to take on challenges and stick with your goals. One way to start building a winning mindset is to focus on progress, not perfection. Many people hold themselves back by expecting everything to go perfectly or feeling like they have to be perfect to succeed. This leads to frustration and giving up when things don't go as planned. But the truth is, mistakes are a part of the journey. Instead of beating yourself up when things go wrong, look at each mistake as an opportunity to learn. Every failure teaches you something valuable that brings you closer to success. Another key to a winning mindset is staying resilient. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's easy to lose motivation when you hit a rough patch. However, people with a winning mindset see setbacks as temporary. They know that challenges are part of the process and don't let them stop their progress. When you face difficulties, remind yourself that it's just a moment in time, not the end of the road. With determination and effort, you can push through any obstacle. Your thoughts play a huge role in shaping your mindset. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself. If you're constantly telling yourself, "I can't do this," or "I'll never succeed," those thoughts will start to shape your reality. On the other hand, if you replace those negative thoughts with positive ones, like, "I'll figure this out," or "I'm getting better every day," you'll feel more motivated and confident. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but rather focusing on your ability to handle them. Surrounding yourself with positivity is also important for developing a winning mindset. The people you spend time with, the things you read, and the media you consume all affect your thoughts and beliefs. If you're around people who constantly complain or doubt themselves, it can be hard to stay motivated. But if you're surrounded by supportive, optimistic people, their energy will inspire you to keep pushing forward. Choose to fill your environment with things that lift you up and keep you focused on your goals. Setting clear, realistic goals can also help you build a winning mindset. When you have a clear sense of direction, it's easier to stay motivated and work towards something meaningful. Break your big goals into smaller, manageable steps, and celebrate each victory along the way. This will keep your confidence high and remind you that progress is happening, even if it's slow. A winning mindset is also about persistence. Success doesn't usually happen overnight, and the road to achieving your dreams can be long. People who win in life are the ones who don't give up, even when it seems like nothing is working. They keep pushing, trying new strategies, and staying committed to their vision. The key is to keep moving forward, no matter how small the steps. Every bit of effort brings you closer to where you want to be. Lastly, gratitude plays a big role in maintaining a winning mindset. When you focus on what you're grateful for, it's easier to stay positive and motivated. Gratitude helps you see the good in your life, even when things aren't perfect. It shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already working, giving you the energy to keep going. Chapter 3: The Power of Goal Setting. Setting goals is one of the most powerful tools you can use to create the life you want. Without goals, it's easy to drift through life without a clear sense of direction. But when you set clear, specific goals, you give yourself something to aim for, something that motivates you and keeps you moving forward. Goals help you stay focused on what truly matters, and they give you a roadmap for turning your dreams into reality. One of the biggest benefits of goal setting is that it gives you clarity. When you know exactly what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to make decisions and prioritize your time. Instead of getting overwhelmed by all the different things you could be doing, you can focus on the actions that will bring you closer to your goal. This sense of direction helps you stay on track and avoid distractions, making your path to success much smoother. Another powerful aspect of goal setting is that it helps you break down big dreams into smaller, manageable steps. Sometimes our biggest dreams can feel overwhelming, like climbing a huge mountain with no clear path. But when you set specific goals, you create a step-by-step plan that makes the journey feel more achievable. Each small goal you accomplish brings you one step closer to the bigger picture. This not only makes progress feel more manageable, but also keeps you motivated as you celebrate each small victory along the way. One important thing to remember is that your goals should be specific and measurable. It's not enough to say, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be healthier." These are great desires, but they're too vague to guide your actions. Instead, you need to define what success or health looks like for you. For example, a goal like, "I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months," or "I want to save $5,000 this year," gives you something concrete to work toward. Specific goals are easier to track, and you'll know exactly when you've achieved them. Goal setting also keeps you accountable. When you write down your goals and make a plan to achieve them, you're making a commitment to yourself. This accountability pushes you to take action, even when you don't feel like it. It's easy to procrastinate or lose motivation when you don't have clear goals. But when you know what you're working toward and have a plan in place, you're more likely to stay disciplined and stick to your commitments. A key part of successful goal setting is also being flexible. Life doesn't always go as planned, and sometimes obstacles will get in the way of your progress. That's okay. A winning mindset, as we discussed earlier, means being adaptable when things don't go as expected. If a goal no longer serves you or your circumstances change, it's perfectly fine to adjust your goals. The important thing is to keep moving forward and not give up just because you hit a bump in the road. Visualization can also be a powerful tool when it comes to goal setting. When you clearly imagine yourself achieving your goals, it helps make them feel more real. Close your eyes and picture what your life will look like once you've reached your goal. How will you feel? What will be different? This mental image can serve as a source of motivation, reminding you of why you're working so hard. The more vividly you can see your future success, the more driven you'll be to make it happen. It's also important to keep your goals visible, whether it's writing them down in a journal, posting them on your wall, or setting reminders on your phone. Having constant reminders of your goals helps keep them top of mind. When you see your goals regularly, you're less likely to forget about them or lose focus. They become a part of your everyday life, constantly encouraging you to take action. Chapter 4. Mastering Time Management. Time management is one of the most important skills you can develop to live a successful and fulfilling life. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we use those hours makes all the difference. Mastering time management allows you to get more done, reduce stress, and make space for the things that truly matter to you. It's not about being busy all the time, but about using your time wisely and with intention. The first step in mastering time management is recognizing where your time is actually going. Many people feel like they're always busy but still don't accomplish much by the end of the day. That's often because they're not aware of how they're spending their time. A good practice is to track your daily activities for a week. Write down everything you do, from checking emails to taking breaks, and see how much time you're dedicating to each task. You'll probably be surprised at how much time is wasted on distractions like social media, TV, or other unimportant tasks. Once you've tracked your time, the next step is prioritizing. Not all tasks are created equal, some are much more important than others. This is where the idea of working smarter, not harder, comes into play. Focus on the tasks that will have the biggest impact on your goals in life. These are your high-priority tasks. Sometimes, people spend too much time on small, less important tasks and neglect the ones that really matter. By prioritizing, you can make sure that your energy and focus go toward what's truly important. One of the most effective time management techniques is creating a to-do list. This may sound simple, but it can be a game changer when used correctly. A well-organized to-do list helps you keep track of everything you need to get done and makes it easier to stay focused. Start each day by writing down your top priorities and the tasks you want to accomplish. As you complete each task, check it off. There's something satisfying about checking off a completed task, and it motivates you to keep going. However, avoid overloading your list with too many tasks, which can lead to overwhelm. Focus on a few key tasks that you can realistically complete within the day. Another essential part of time management is learning to say no. Many of us struggle with this, but saying yes to everything can leave you stretched too thin. It's okay to say no to tasks, requests, or activities that don't align with your priorities. By saying no, you're giving yourself the time and space to focus on what's truly important to you. Remember, time is your most valuable resource, and you should protect it. One helpful technique to boost your time management is the time block method. This involves setting aside specific blocks of time for different tasks throughout the day. For example, you might dedicate the first 2 hours of your day to deep work on a project, followed by a 1-hour block for emails and another block for meetings. By assigning tasks to specific time slots, you reduce the temptation to multitask and stay more focused on what's in front of you. It also helps you set limits on how long you spend on certain tasks, preventing them from dragging on longer than necessary. Another key to mastering time management is minimizing distractions. We live in a world full of distractions, your phone buzzing with notifications, emails popping up, or a quick check of social media that turns into 30 minutes of scrolling. These distractions eat away at your time without you even realizing it. One way to combat this is by creating a focused work environment. Turn off unnecessary notifications, set your phone aside, and let others know when you're working so you're not interrupted. By eliminating distractions, you'll be able to concentrate more deeply and get more done in less time. Chapter 5: Overcoming Limiting Beliefs. Limiting beliefs are those negative thoughts or assumptions we hold about ourselves that keep us from reaching our full potential. They're like invisible walls that hold us back, often without us even realizing it. These beliefs can come from our past experiences, things we've been told, or fears we've developed over time. The problem with limiting beliefs is that they shape the way we see ourselves and the world, and they can stop us from chasing our dreams or achieving success. One of the most common limiting beliefs is the idea that you're not good enough. This can manifest in many different ways. I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, or I don't deserve success. When you believe these things, it's easy to give up before you even try. You might avoid opportunities or challenges because you've already convinced yourself that you'll fail. But the truth is, these beliefs are not based on fact, they're based on fear. Overcoming them is crucial if you want to live your best life. The first step to overcoming limiting beliefs is recognizing them. Sometimes, these beliefs are so ingrained that we don't even realize we're holding on to them. Take some time to reflect on your thoughts, especially when you face a challenge or opportunity. Do you find yourself thinking things like, I can't do this, or I'll never be able to achieve that? These are signs that you're dealing with limiting beliefs. Becoming aware of these negative thoughts is the first step toward changing them. Once you've identified your limiting beliefs, it's important to question them. Ask yourself, is this belief really true? Where did it come from? Is there actual evidence to support it? Most of the time, you'll find that these beliefs are not grounded in reality. Maybe someone once told you that you weren't capable, or maybe you had a bad experience that made you doubt yourself. But one person's opinion or one failure doesn't define who you are or what you're capable of. By questioning these beliefs, you start to break their power over you. Another powerful way to overcome limiting beliefs is to replace them with positive, empowering beliefs. Instead of telling yourself, I'm not good enough, start saying, I am capable of learning and improving. Instead of thinking, I always fail, remind yourself, I've succeeded before, and I can succeed again. It might feel strange at first to think this way, especially if you've been stuck in negative thinking for a long time, but over time, these positive affirmations can help shift your mindset. The more you repeat empowering beliefs, the more they become a natural part of how you think. One effective strategy is to look for evidence that contradicts your limiting beliefs. For example, if you believe, I'll never be successful, take a moment to think about the times in your life when you've achieved something or accomplished a goal. Even small wins count. When you focus on your successes, it becomes harder to hold on to the belief that you're not capable. Everyone has strengths, talents, and moments of success. By focusing on these, you can start to build confidence and weaken the hold of limiting beliefs. Another important part of overcoming limiting beliefs is being willing to step outside your comfort zone. Often, limiting beliefs keep us stuck because we're afraid to take risks or try new things. But growth happens when you challenge yourself. Yes, it can be scary to face new challenges, but it's also an opportunity to prove to yourself that your limiting beliefs are wrong. Each time you step out of your comfort zone and succeed, you chip away at those negative thoughts and build a stronger sense of self-belief. It's also helpful to surround yourself with positive, supportive people. The people we spend time with can influence our mindset, so if you're around people who believe in you and encourage you, it's easier to overcome limiting beliefs. On the other hand, if you're surrounded by negativity or people who doubt your abilities, it can reinforce those limiting thoughts. Seek out relationships that uplift and inspire you, and distance yourself from those that bring you down. Overcoming limiting beliefs isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process that takes time and effort, but the rewards are worth it. As you challenge and replace these beliefs, you'll start to notice positive changes in your life. You'll feel more confident, more capable, and more willing to pursue your goals and dreams. The barriers that once seemed so big will start to shrink, and you'll realize that most of them were just illusions created by your mind. Chapter 6. Cultivating Positive Habits. Building positive habits is one of the most effective ways to improve your life. Habits are the small actions we repeat regularly, and over time, they shape who we are and what we achieve. Whether it's eating healthier, exercising, or managing stress, positive habits make a huge difference in our overall well-being and success. The good news is that anyone can cultivate positive habits, and once you do, they can become second nature, making it easier to stick with them in the long run. The first step to cultivating positive habits is understanding how habits work. Every habit follows a simple cycle: cue, routine, and reward. The cue is what triggers the habit, the routine is the action itself, and the reward is the benefit you get from it. For example, if you want to start a habit of exercising in the morning, your cue might be the alarm going off, your routine is doing a 20-minute workout, and your reward could be the sense of accomplishment you feel afterward. Understanding this cycle helps you create new habits because you can plan how to trigger the behavior and make sure there's a reward that motivates you to keep going. One of the best ways to make a habit stick is to start small. Many people make the mistake of trying to change too much at once, which can feel overwhelming. Instead of aiming for big, dramatic changes, focus on tiny actions that are easy to do consistently. If your goal is to read more, start by reading just 1 page a day. If you want to eat healthier, add 1 extra serving of vegetables to your meals. By starting small, you build momentum, and over time, these small actions add up to big results. Another key to building positive habits is to be consistent. The more you repeat an action, the more it becomes ingrained in your routine. It's important to do the habit regularly, even if it's just for a few minutes. Consistency is what turns an action into a habit. Over time, it will feel less like something you have to push yourself to do, and more like something you just naturally do. To help with consistency, try doing your new habit at the same time every day. For example, if you want to start meditating, pick a time, like right after waking up or before bed, and stick to it. One effective strategy for cultivating positive habits is to use habit stacking. This means attaching a new habit to an existing one. For example, if you already brush your teeth every morning, you could stack a new habit like doing a few minutes of stretching right after. By linking the new habit to something you're already doing, it becomes easier to remember and incorporate into your routine. Habit stacking helps you build new habits without feeling like you're drastically changing your day. It's also helpful to create an environment that supports your positive habits. Our surroundings have a big impact on our behavior. If you want to develop the habit of drinking more water, for example, make sure you always have a water bottle within reach. If you want to read more, keep a book on your nightstand or carry one with you. By designing your environment to make the habit easier to follow, you increase your chances of success. On the other hand, you can also set up your environment to reduce temptations. If you're trying to cut down on junk food, keeping chips and candy out of sight can help. Another important aspect of cultivating positive habits is staying patient and forgiving yourself for slip-ups. It's normal to miss a day or fall back into old habits sometimes. The key is not to give up when this happens. Don't let one mistake ruin your progress. Instead, get back on track as soon as possible. Habits are built over time, and it's okay if the process isn't perfect. What matters is that you stay committed in the long run. Chapter 7. The Art of Visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool that helps turn dreams into reality. It's the process of creating a mental picture of what you want to achieve, imagining it in great detail, and believing in its possibility. When you visualize, you engage your mind in a way that makes your goals feel more real and attainable. It's like mapping out your future in your mind before it happens, and this practice can have a significant impact on your motivation and success. At its core, visualization is simple. It involves closing your eyes, focusing on a specific goal or outcome, and imagining yourself experiencing it. For example, if your dream is to run a marathon, you'd imagine yourself at the starting line, feeling the excitement and energy around you. You'd picture each step of the race, feeling strong and determined, and then crossing the finish line with a sense of triumph. The key is to make the mental image as vivid and detailed as possible so it feels like you're already living that moment. One of the reasons visualization works so well is because the brain doesn't fully distinguish between real experiences and vividly imagined ones. When you visualize success, your brain begins to believe that it's possible, which boosts your confidence and motivates you to take action. It's almost like you're rehearsing success in your mind. Athletes, artists, and successful people from all walks of life use visualization to help them perform at their best, and it's something anyone can do. A good way to start with visualization is to set aside a few minutes each day for it. Find a quiet space where you won't be distracted, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths to relax. Then, begin imagining your goal as if it's already happening. Focus on the details. What do you see, hear, and feel? If your goal is to land your dream job, picture yourself walking into the office on your first day, feeling confident and excited. Visualize your interactions with your colleagues, the tasks you'll be working on, and the satisfaction of doing something you love. The more detail you include, the more powerful the visualization becomes. Emotions play a big part in visualization. It's important not only to see the image in your mind, but also to feel the emotions that come with achieving your goal. If you're visualizing a personal achievement, focus on how proud, happy, or fulfilled you'll feel when it happens. These positive emotions reinforce your desire to reach your goal, making the visualization even more effective. The stronger the emotional connection to your vision, the more likely you are to stay motivated and keep working toward it. Consistency is key when it comes to visualization. Just like any other skill, the more you practice, the better you get at it. It helps to make visualization a daily habit, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Over time, the images in your mind will become clearer, and you'll start to notice changes in your mindset and actions. You'll find yourself feeling more driven and confident because, in your mind, you've already seen yourself succeed. Visualization can also help you overcome challenges and obstacles. If you're facing a difficult situation, try using visualization to see yourself handling it successfully. For example, if you have an important presentation coming up, you can visualize yourself speaking clearly, confidently, and connecting with your audience. By practicing success in your mind, you prepare yourself to handle the situation in real life. Visualization helps you approach challenges with a positive mindset, reducing anxiety and boosting your belief in your abilities. Chapter 8. Embracing Resilience. Life is full of ups and downs, and resilience is what helps us navigate through both. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges, setbacks, and difficult times. It's about staying strong when things don't go as planned and finding a way to keep moving forward. Everyone faces struggles at some point, whether it's in personal relationships, work, health, or finances. But how you handle those tough moments can make all the difference in shaping your future. Resilience doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine. Instead, it's about acknowledging the difficulties and learning how to face them without letting them hold you back. When you're resilient, you accept that setbacks are a part of life, but you don't let them define you. You stay focused on finding solutions, learning from the experience, and growing stronger because of it. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. One of the first steps to building resilience is having a positive mindset. This doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time, but it does mean choosing to look for the good in situations, even when things seem tough. A positive mindset helps you see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. When you believe that you can overcome difficulties, it becomes easier to stay motivated and keep trying, even when things get hard. Another important part of resilience is learning how to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and things won't always go according to plan. Being able to adjust to new circumstances is a key part of bouncing back. When you're flexible, you can see change not as something to fear, but as something that offers new possibilities. It's okay to have a plan, but being open to changing that plan when necessary allows you to keep moving forward, no matter what happens. Resilience also involves taking care of yourself, both physically and mentally. When you're dealing with stress or challenges, it's easy to forget about your own well-being, but self-care is essential to staying resilient. Eating well, getting enough sleep, and exercising can all boost your energy and mood, helping you stay strong in tough times. Mentally, it's important to take breaks, spend time doing things you enjoy, and surround yourself with supportive people. Taking care of your body and mind gives you the strength you need to face challenges head-on. Sometimes the hardest part of resilience is dealing with emotions. When things go wrong, it's normal to feel frustrated, sad, or even angry. Resilience doesn't mean pushing those feelings away, it means accepting them and working through them. It's okay to feel down when life gets tough, but it's important not to stay there. Acknowledging your emotions, talking about them with someone you trust, or even writing them down can help you process what you're going through and move forward in a healthier way. Resilience is also about learning from your experiences. Every challenge you face teaches you something, whether it's about yourself, others, or life in general. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, try to view them as lessons. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Or, how can this experience make me stronger? When you approach challenges with a mindset of growth, you'll find that even the toughest moments can offer valuable insights that help you in the future. Another aspect of resilience is perseverance, having the determination to keep going, even when things are difficult. It's easy to feel like giving up when you're faced with a big challenge, but resilience means pushing through, one step at a time. You don't have to solve every problem right away, and it's okay to take things slow. The important thing is to keep moving forward, even if the progress feels small. Over time, those small steps add up, and you'll find yourself getting closer to overcoming the challenge. Resilience also comes from having a sense of purpose. When you have clear goals or values that you care about, it gives you something to hold on to during tough times. Your purpose can be a source of strength when everything else feels uncertain. Whether it's your family, your career, or personal growth, knowing what matters to you helps you stay focused and motivated, even when life gets hard. Chapter 9. Developing Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence, often called EQ, is the ability to understand and manage your emotions and the emotions of others. It's about being aware of what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and how those feelings affect your actions and relationships. Developing emotional intelligence is key to leading a balanced and successful life because it helps you connect better with yourself and with others. The first step in developing emotional intelligence is self-awareness. This means being in tune with your own emotions. Often, we experience feelings without fully understanding where they come from. You might feel angry, stressed, or sad, but without recognizing the root cause, those emotions can control your actions. By becoming more self-aware, you learn to identify your emotions as they arise and reflect on why you're feeling them. For example, if you notice that you're feeling anxious before a big meeting, take a moment to ask yourself why. Maybe it's fear of making a mistake or being judged. By identifying the emotion, you can deal with it more effectively. Once you become more aware of your emotions, the next step is learning how to manage them. We all experience strong emotions from time to time: anger, frustration, disappointment, but it's how we handle these feelings that matters. Emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing or ignoring your emotions, but rather understanding them and responding in a healthy way. For instance, if you're angry, instead of snapping at someone or holding it in, you can take a moment to calm down, express your feelings constructively, or step away from the situation until you're ready to address it. Emotional management is about keeping your emotions from controlling you and instead learning how to respond thoughtfully. Another important aspect of emotional intelligence is empathy, which is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy allows you to put yourself in someone else's shoes and see things from their perspective. When you practice empathy, you're more likely to have deeper, more meaningful connections with others. It helps you be more compassionate and understanding when someone is going through a tough time or feeling a certain way. This is important in all types of relationships, whether it's with friends, family, co-workers, or even strangers. Empathy also plays a big role in effective communication. When you're able to tune into someone else's emotions, you can respond to them in a way that shows you care and understand what they're feeling. For example, if a friend is upset, you can listen to them without judgment, offering support and kindness. Being emotionally intelligent in your communication means you're not just hearing words but also paying attention to the emotions behind those words. This kind of understanding makes people feel valued and heard, which strengthens relationships. Social skills are another part of emotional intelligence. Being able to interact well with others is essential for building strong relationships, both personally and professionally. This involves being a good listener, showing respect for others' feelings, and handling conflicts calmly and constructively. It's about being aware of how your actions and words affect the people around you and being mindful of how you engage with others. Whether you're working in a team, having a conversation with a friend, or dealing with a disagreement, strong social skills help you navigate those interactions with ease. Emotional intelligence also means being able to handle stress effectively. Life can get overwhelming, and emotions can run high, especially in stressful situations. Developing emotional intelligence helps you stay calm and focused during these moments. Instead of letting stress take over, you can use techniques like deep breathing, taking a break, or talking things through with someone to manage your feelings. When you're able to handle stress well, you're more likely to think clearly and make better decisions, even in challenging circumstances. One of the most important benefits of emotional intelligence is how it helps with conflict resolution. Conflicts are a natural part of life, whether it's at work, with friends, or at home. When you're emotionally intelligent, you can approach conflicts with understanding and patience. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can take the time to listen to the other person's perspective, express your own feelings calmly, and work together to find a solution. Emotional intelligence helps prevent small disagreements from turning into bigger problems because it allows you to handle conflicts with empathy and clarity. Developing emotional intelligence takes time and practice, but it's something anyone can improve. One way to start is by paying attention to your emotions throughout the day. Notice how you're feeling in different situations and ask yourself why those feelings are coming up. Over time, this practice will help you become more in tune with your emotional responses and more skilled at managing them. It's also helpful to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment and fully experiencing your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, you can become more aware of your emotional state and develop the ability to pause before reacting to strong emotions. This can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Over time, mindfulness can help you respond more thoughtfully to your emotions and the emotions of others. Chapter 10: Creating Financial Freedom. Creating financial freedom is about more than just having enough money to pay your bills. It's about having control over your finances so that you can live your life the way you want. Financial freedom means not being tied down by debt, having the ability to save and invest, and feeling secure about your financial future. It's a journey that involves planning, discipline, and smart decisions, but with the right approach, you can achieve it. The first step toward financial freedom is understanding where you stand financially. This means taking a close look at your income, expenses, debts, and savings. Start by creating a budget that tracks how much money you make and where it goes. This will help you see where you might be overspending and where you can make adjustments. Knowing your financial situation is the foundation for making better decisions and setting goals. Once you have a clear picture of your finances, the next step is to set specific financial goals. These goals can be short-term, like saving for a vacation, or long-term, like buying a house or retiring comfortably. It's important to make your goals as specific as possible and set a timeline for achieving them. For example, instead of saying, "I want to save money," you could say, "I want to save $5,000 for a down payment on a car by the end of the year." Clear goals give you something to work towards and help keep you motivated. Creating a plan to reach your goals is the next step. This involves figuring out how much money you need to save each month and finding ways to cut expenses or increase your income. Look at your budget and see where you can make adjustments. Maybe you can reduce spending on non-essential items or find ways to earn extra money, like taking on a part-time job or selling things you no longer need. Every little bit helps and adds up over time. An important part of achieving financial freedom is building an emergency fund. This is money set aside to cover unexpected expenses like car repairs or medical bills. Having an emergency fund provides a safety net that can prevent you from going into debt when something unexpected comes up. Aim to save at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in your emergency fund. This may seem like a lot, but even saving a little each month can add up over time. Investing is another key component of creating financial freedom. Investing allows your money to grow over time and can provide you with additional income. There are many ways to invest, including stocks, bonds, real estate, and mutual funds. The right investment strategy for you will depend on your financial goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. It's important to do your research or consult with a financial advisor to make informed investment decisions. Financial freedom also means being mindful of your spending habits. It's easy to fall into the trap of living beyond your means, especially with the convenience of credit cards and loans. Practice mindful spending by asking yourself whether a purchase aligns with your financial goals. Sometimes, it's helpful to take a step back and wait before making a big purchase to ensure it's a decision you really want to make. Another important aspect of financial freedom is having a plan for your money. This includes having a will and understanding how your assets will be distributed. Estate planning ensures that your wishes are carried out and can help avoid complications for your loved ones in the future. It's a good idea to review your estate plan regularly and make updates as needed, especially after major life events like marriage, the birth of a child, or the acquisition of significant assets. Chapter 11. Nurturing Meaningful Relationships. Building and maintaining meaningful relationships is one of the most fulfilling aspects of life. Whether it's with family, friends, or partners, strong relationships provide support, joy, and a sense of connection. But nurturing these relationships takes effort and intention. It's not just about being there during the good times, but also about showing up and investing in the people you care about, even when things get challenging. The first step to nurturing meaningful relationships is to be present. This means being fully engaged when you're spending time with others, whether it's a face-to-face conversation or a phone call. Put away distractions like your phone or computer and really focus on the person you're with. Active listening is key here. Show genuine interest in what they're saying, ask questions, and respond thoughtfully. When you're present, it shows that you value their time and what they have to share. Communication is another vital part of maintaining strong relationships. Being open and honest about your thoughts and feelings helps build trust and understanding. Good communication involves not just talking, but also listening and empathizing. If something is bothering you, express it in a way that's respectful and constructive. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," try, "I feel unheard when we're talking, and it would help me if we could focus more on each other's conversations." Clear communication helps prevent misunderstandings and strengthens your connection with others. Empathy plays a big role in nurturing relationships. It's about trying to understand how someone else feels and showing that you care about their emotions. Empathy means being able to put yourself in their shoes and respond with kindness and support. If a friend is going through a tough time, instead of offering immediate solutions, start by acknowledging their feelings and offering a listening ear. Sometimes, just knowing that someone understands and is there for them can make a big difference. Respect is another cornerstone of meaningful relationships. Everyone has their own perspectives, values, and boundaries. It's important to honor these differences and treat others with dignity. Respect also means recognizing and appreciating the unique qualities that each person brings to the relationship. Celebrate their achievements, support their dreams, and give them space when they need it. Respect fosters a healthy and positive environment where relationships can thrive. Quality time is essential for building and maintaining strong connections. It's not just about the quantity of time you spend together, but the quality of that time. Make an effort to engage in activities that both of you enjoy and that allow for meaningful interactions. Whether it's having a meal together, going for a walk, or simply chatting about your day, making time for each other strengthens your bond. Regularly spending quality time together helps keep the relationship fresh and helps you stay connected, no matter how busy life gets. Forgiveness is another important aspect of nurturing relationships. No one is perfect, and misunderstandings or conflicts will inevitably arise. When issues come up, try to address them calmly and with an open mind. Holding on to grudges or past hurts can create distance and strain your relationship. Practice forgiveness by letting go of resentment and focusing on finding solutions. Apologize sincerely when you've made a mistake, and be willing to forgive others when they make theirs. This helps to maintain a positive and supportive relationship. Support is crucial in any meaningful relationship. Be there for your loved ones during both the highs and lows. Offer encouragement when they're pursuing their goals and provide comfort during tough times. Being a reliable and supportive presence shows that you care and that you're invested in their well-being. Support can take many forms, whether it's a kind word, a helping hand, or just being there to listen. Boundaries are important in any relationship as well. They help ensure that both people feel comfortable and respected. It's okay to set limits on what you're willing to accept or how much time you can spend together. Clear boundaries help prevent burnout and maintain a healthy balance. It's important to communicate these boundaries openly and to respect the boundaries of others. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual understanding and respect for each other's needs. Celebrating milestones and achievements together can also strengthen relationships. Whether it's a personal accomplishment, a special occasion, or just a small win, sharing these moments with others can enhance your connection. Celebrations create positive memories and reinforce the bonds you share. Don't wait for big events. Take joy in the everyday successes and experiences as well. Being flexible and adaptable is another key to nurturing relationships. Life changes, and so do people. Be open to evolving together and willing to adjust your expectations and plans. Flexibility helps you navigate the ups and downs of relationships and allows you to grow together rather than apart. Embrace changes as opportunities for deeper connection and understanding.